she's like pregnant.
She was like
right?
stumbling
We
around.
found out she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm. She's pregnant.
News.
News. Rihanna's pregnant.
Rihanna is pregnant. That's what we're gonna put on the thumbnail of this video. Sorry, Cole, but Rihanna is pregnant.
No. Welcome to the Sota Show with Exquisite and d.mo, and Jacob G is on controls. This is the Sota Show. This is the Sota Show. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. It really is. All right.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is
the Sota
Show.
Welcome.
Sorry, we were gonna go sync, but then we were out of sync. We'll just push past it. But anyways, welcome again. This is episode 6 of the Sota Show.
Solid 6.
As you can see, we are again not alone, Ethan.
No, we are not. You know what? It's nice. You know, I get sick of you sometimes.
Nice. I get really tired of you.
Yeah,
you know,
so
we
it's
live
nice.
together.
Exactly.
And we have a podcast together.
Right. It's just too much.
It's getting to be too much. If we didn't have him in between us right now, we'd probably be fighting.
I just applied to your job too, so we're gonna be working together as well.
Okay.
So,
well, I hope you. I'm not gonna try and get you fired right away. So that's.
I'm gonna try and get you fired.
Well, okay. We're gonna talk about this later.
I think I have some.
We're gonna talk about this after the show.
We'll talk about it after the show.
Anyways, our guest today, he has a project coming out today, February 14th. It is called Ascension. He is one of the smoothest operators around. If you know this man, he's got a song also called that, I'm pretty sure, right?
We do. Actually, it got renamed to Pay Stubs.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Pay Stubs. That's right. But BIPOLXR, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all having me out today. I really appreciate it.
This is exciting because we had Cole on last week. We got another Cole this week.
Mm-hmm.
We're a big fan of Cole's on this program.
Yeah, we really like the Coles. Yeah,
we do.
Or maybe the Coles really like us. One of the two.
I would hope so.
Or both, possibly.
I would hope so. But I'm really glad you could come on the episode. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Tell us about. First of all, let's talk about the project because we've heard a couple songs before on this project, and I'm not gonna lie, all bangers. Okay, how many songs on this project?
5 on this one.
Okay.
5 songs. Yep.
Okay.
Batting 1,000 on it.
Oh, I'm trying, man.
Man, I mean, so why 5 songs? Why these 5 songs? And tell us like about some of the themes and overall like message of Ascension.
So with this EP, I really tried to kind of like get out of my comfort zone. I kind of came up in like the rap scene, and I'm starting to kind of like branch off into more of like a house, alternative, like hyper pop kind of sound. Trying to start my own lane of genre, new sound.
Right.
So that's kind of what this project is all about, and that's also why it's only 5 songs, because it's very experimental and kind of see what the reaction is, see what people are liking, and I got a few more projects lined up after that. I think they're going to be about 5-song EPs as well. So
the 5-song EPs are so nice because like you can give people a taste of something, but you don't have to give them the full meal.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Make them want it more.
It's like a buffet, right? You can go in, you can choose what you want, but you know what? If I like this flavor of ice cream, I'll stick with that. But if I don't like that, I have this right here.
Absolutely.
But what's some of like the theme? What are you talking about on the album? Why did you name it Ascension?
So with the outline that I have on my EPs, it's going to kind of fit. I'm trying to pull some Drake shit. Get the albums working together as we go
through
along
lines,
here.
okay.
Connect some dots. And the biggest like theme on Ascension would be, it's an album or an EP, I guess, designated for people like our age, my age. It's, learning about like how to be yourself in the world, learning that not everything goes perfect, and it's kind of hidden because the songs are usually a little bit more danceable, or they have a little bit more of a swag to them.
Right.
But the actual content of the songs I tried to keep within my life, stuff that I see on a daily basis, and maybe people my age would also see.
So stuff from your own life kind of thing, you kind of put it out on the track. Kind of
absolutely. I feel like I can't really write
stuff
that I don't.
That's not that. Right?
Yeah.
That you don't know.
No.
Shit.
I'm not rich, expensive, that guy.
Right.
I'm just, I like making music, and
so you're just trying to let people know that like life can get hard sometimes. It's not all color books and movies, right?
But music's always gonna be there to help
but
it out.
Music is
true. No, that's so true. And so you have 5 songs on it. What are the 5 songs called? Because I'd like to go through.
Absolutely.
Like if everyone hasn't gone and checked this out before this interview, please go do
right now.
It comes out today. go through the 5 songs real quick for us.
So yeah, the first song is FTF. It's called "Fight the Feeling." That's also paying homage to Mac Miller. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. That song is kind of like a house mashup. It's got some rap in there, a lot of singing. Most of the stuff that he was very melodic, but that definitely has like a danceable house kind of feel to
A
it.
sway to it.
Yeah, and then the second song I have is "Pay Stubs," which on the shows that I've done has been kind of a fan favorite.
It's really good,
Absolutely
guys.
love that song.
Really good.
That's kind of about, not having any money. It's called You're Chasing the Pay Stubs. I'm a broke college student. It's kind of what that theme of that one is. And then the next song is Coffin. That song talks about kind of digging yourself out of the coffin of chasing those paychecks and getting into that everyday grind of being a college student, going to work, and kind of having that music to pick
Get
you
you
back
out
up
of
again.
that.
Yeah. And then the last 2 songs are where the album switches. It goes to Fallen Angel and Bad Guy. The kind of theme for those 2 songs is more emotion. The lyrics aren't as important on that song. It's just supposed to make you feel something.
Feeling.
That's kind of what
Okay.
I went for those last 2, yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. I think one of the coolest things about a project, especially like in the genre that you're doing, is that emotion is always comes across.
Absolutely.
Like what I love about like it's not always comes across in pop music, but in like the specific kind of pop, like I want to know like what are some of your inspirations that went into that, like artist wise. You mentioned Mac Miller, but who are some other people that helped and have made you the artist you are now?
Man, like the top 3 that I would say is Pharrell is one of my biggest inspirations. I'm doing a lot of that like upbeat, danceable, but still rap at its core. 'Cause that's what I grew up on. I'm gonna stick to what I know.
Right.
Pharrell, Kanye is a huge one for me. As controversial as he may be, sometimes I love Ye. He just acts out sometimes.
I can relate. I can relate.
Everybody's got their moments.
And then if people haven't checked him out, K Tronada. I
Oh
put
my
people onto K Tronada whenever I can. One of the best house producers, Canadian guy. You got to check him out. He's one of my favorite people.
What's his name one more time?
K Tronada.
K-Tronada.
Kaytrana.
All caps.
All caps.
That's
All
right.
caps.
I think you were one of the first people that put me on to K Tronada, and I haven't been able to move off of those kinds of beats.
Oh, it's
I've
beautiful.
been loving that kind of style. It's so fun. It's so fun. It moves you. It's got like a pop funk vibe to it. Real dancey.
Absolutely. You got to keep the soul in there, too.
Exactly. A
You
little
gotta
bit of
keep the
soul, because you can never let that leave. You know what I mean?
Right. Especially as you as an artist, I feel you're very soulful with your music.
Absolutely. I grew up on like Lauryn Hill and like just the soul kind of was my entire childhood. Not the church side of it as much.
And that's where the feeling comes from too. A lot of the emotion comes from
Oh.
the soulness of it.
Absolutely.
Now, when you made this project, like, were you working with any other artists at the time, or was this really you just locking in, closing the door, shutting out, like,
Closing the blinds.
you know what I
making sure
mean?
no one can
Nobody else
in.
come in the room right now and making some shit, or like,
Got a bottle full of pee.
did you have any collaboration that went into this?
It's a full solo project, so I don't have any features on it, but there's a lot of like input. I think I record with a lot of different artists too. I try to get different people into the studio, and I try to take inspiration from just different genres of music, different people coming in to record, and having like that engineering background, which you as well kind of have. I think that puts me in a spot where I can expand where it's supposed to be. And,
Yeah. Well, that goes right into my next question. Is like I knew you were a music engineer and you have this production background. What's the difference between like recording other people and recording yourself? Because for me, like, it's such a different experience. I'm definitely like, for me, I don't know why, it's easier to record other people sometimes, and then in some other aspects, it's easier to record myself. What do you think about that?
I think I'm very hypercritical of myself, like when I'm recording. So it's very like perfected. I kind of have it down to a science. Whereas with other people, this kind of goes back to the last question. I try to record with like that raw, natural tone. Getting that energy, the emotion of being in the studio in a good environment. And I try to take that to my songs because I sometimes get so structured and rigid with the way that things, as an engineer, tends to do.
100%.
Overthinkers.
Absolutely.
It's such a relatable thing on the artist side too, because like as an artist who isn't a perfectionist, who doesn't question themselves, even if you're not an artist, who doesn't have like those thoughts where they second guess themselves and think like, is this really good enough?
Is this the best I could have done?
Exactly.
Is this,
Like that's a constant struggle, I think, like everyone deals with. So, like that's super relatable. I don't know. I think hopefully people can like really connect, not only with that, but all these other themes on the project.
I hope so.
But speaking of performances, you performed quite a bit as well.
I have.
What is your favorite thing about performing too? And what would you say to an artist just starting now, like advice of like what's the best way to go about performing, and what's your process?
I think the biggest thing that kind of got to me when I was starting to perform was they're going to be smaller shows. And you're not going to open at 7th, or you're not going to open at the Armory, and still performing like you are at the Armory. I think that's important for any artist because that's your practice time. This is where you get those reps in.
Whether
this
it's
is
10 or 10,000, man.
10 or 10,000, exactly. It's practice. I just like being up there on stage and interacting with the audience. I just like people. So being up in front of people and being able to mess with people, play my music, that's like the best experience.
Just exchanging vibes back and forth, literally.
I love talking back and forth with crowd too. You should do that too. It gets the engagement.
Definitely.
Yeah,
You
get some
'em going.
engagement for sure. Because that's the thing is like, I don't know, if you can connect to 3 people, you can connect to fucking 100,000 people. Like you can, if you have that ability to actually talk and like actually have someone listen to you and feel for you, then that's all you need to do. Then you're making it as an artist. If you change one life, that's really.
Well, is that, I mean, Ethan, is that what kind of like, what's your process going to a performance? Because we performed together so many times, and like being so close to you and seeing your process, I want to know more of like, what are you thinking like right before, and you too, Cole, like what are you thinking right before you go on type shit?
I'm thinking I have to pee every time, bro.
Like
I feel like it's just my nervous pees come. I already had like 2 drinks already.
Yeah.
So then, but literally the moment, like I'll be already on stage still having to pee, but like the moment the first song starts, like that first sound of beat, I black out and everything. I just become exquisite, and I just perform, and just honestly like reading the people is huge. Like just seeing what they're feeling, seeing what they're doing, and really going off of that and doing your own thing.
The energy is like the energy you get from a crowd like feeds what you give back to them, right? Almost.
Absolutely.
Like that's the biggest part for me too, is like I always think back, like if I have a bigger crowd there, I'm probably gonna go harder just because I feed off that live energy. Speaking of like performances and stuff, I want to kind of pivot a little bit. Did y'all see the Rihanna halftime show?
Oh man.
Did y'all see the Rihanna halftime show? She was up on those platforms like it was some like Super Smash Bros shit.
That was
Okay?
Super Smash,
Where
dude.
she had the 3 platforms
She ain't got
and
no
shit.
harness on or nothing.
No, that was crazy.
She
She's
was like
pregnant.
She was like
right?
stumbling
We
around.
found out she's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
News.
News. Rihanna's pregnant.
Rihanna is pregnant. That's what we're gonna
Yeah.
put on the thumbnail of
A$AP
this
Rocky.
video.
Putting
Sorry,
it down.
Cole, but
We gotta put it,
Rihanna
like,
is
right here.
pregnant.
It's gotta be-
No, but seriously though, like she wasn't even strapped in.
No.
She's hitting all these.
Hasn't performed in what,
things.
like 7 years? Hasn't performed.
Hasn't performed. Hasn't
Been out of the
released
out
music.
of the game.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Killed
And then
it.
comes back, Super Bowl, biggest fucking performance ever, and kills it.
I'm assuming you guys watched it.
Flying
Oh,
through
yeah.
the air.
Did you have like what was your song that you were like she has to perform this? Because we talked on our previous episode, our my top 5 Rihanna songs. Talked a whole about Rihanna. What song did you most want to see? Because me, I was all about what is it called? I wanted to see Diamonds.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
she
one of my
made you
favorite.
wait for that one.
She made me wait all the way to the end
Yep.
for that
It
one.
was so
No,
good
I
at
was
the
in
end,
the
though.
same.
Lights
So
and
good.
that.
Everything
It made
shot.
sense. It made sense.
And then I also was wondering how she gonna start it too, and she started with "Bitch better have my money." That was pretty lit. No, what did you guys think about the performance, about the halftime show?
I mean, I thought it was, I don't know, it was really quick for me because I was like kind of at work for a little
Oh,
bit, so
yeah.
I kind of see a little bit, and then I'd have to like go make a burger, and then I come back and watch the rest of it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like what I saw, honestly, like she fucking killed it. Like her choreography was great.
Crazy.
Her singing was awesome. She didn't miss a fucking note. She didn't miss one note. Hit everything like she's been doing it for fucking her whole life, which she fucking has. But just I don't know. The huge thing is like being gone for like so long. You know, like that's just such a like if I took a break off of like performing for like 6-7 years and then I just went back on stage in the biggest fucking stadium ever, I'd be choking. I'd be falling off the stage. Like I don't know what I'd be doing. You know.
And even as like one of the biggest stars in the world, it's Rihanna. It's
Right, bro.
It's,
She's just a bad
She's
bitch.
got so many. Well, that too, but like I'm talking about just like the fact that like you don't know how people are going to respond to you coming
Right.
out and performing in
Right.
public on the biggest stage, arguably on TV.
Yeah.
You don't know how people are going to react. You don't know, like, obviously she's around, people love her, but, like,
Right.
at the same time, this is a huge-ass moment. And she went out there and did her thing.
She went out with that confidence, bro. She's
You know
just
what I mean?
bossing. Just bossing it up. You
Did
see
her
that? It's all,
thing.
it's all on Twitter, bro. That
Oh, the look,
look
bro.
that she's
Oh,
got.
man, the look got me.
There's
good.
so
she's
many
like,
memes.
She's like, y'all don't even know what I'm about
Man.
to do.
I
That's
don't know
what
if
that is.
I don't know if
That's
I've seen a
12
bigger. Okay, the
That's
big
what that
That's
is.
12 Grammys.
The
That's
big-
what that is. Right
the big
there.
memeable moments, like that's definitely one of the bigger ones of the last few years. Another
Mm-hmm.
one, the Shakira, of course. Remember when she did that
Right.
that weird like thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah,
pretty
that one was
good.
pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I don't know. I definitely think Rihanna, definitely one of my favorites in the last few years, for
And
sure.
she did it. She didn't bring anybody out. You know.
She went all solo.
Yeah,
That's
she
another thing.
she went through the whole thing without taking a break, without doing anything. Like that's pretty respectable.
It was a
too.
nice contrast from I liked last year's with Dr. Dre, Snoop
Just all of
Dogg,
them.
but it was
Yeah, it was a
everybody.
lot.
I mean,
Right.
everybody and their mother went out there, so it was cool to see just her. Did you
Right.
guys see the game too? Did you watch?
Yeah.
Who you rooting for?
I was going Philly. Sadly, to say as a
know.
Minnesota Vikings fan, I just don't like Mahomes, man. I don't like him.
That's tough.
I've had a lot of people
That's
like
tough.
a lot of my I thought were like close homies say that they were going for the Phillies, and I was like, we ain't homies no more. Like,
Yeah, we
that's just
can't.
how it is. Every time I go back to like how the fans treated us, you know what I
It was
mean?
bad.
Yo, that's the
Like
thing.
their
is, like,
fans are just so mean.
that's the thing. I wouldn't mind rooting for the Eagles.
Right.
I love green, the color green. I used to watch.
I love green.
I
Oh, yeah.
love the movie Invincible with Mark Wahlberg where he played on the Eagles, right?
Right.
Love the Eagles growing up, but the fans make me want to burn the place to the ground.
Right.
Eagles fans
Okay,
tough,
And
man.
it's
why do
tough.
they do that to us?
I don't know, man. I don't think it's just us specifically either. It's just everyone.
It's just everyone in,
Yeah.
in
They're
Philly.
just that's who they are.
Yeah,
I guess.
That's
I
tough.
mean, there's no other explanation for it. You know, it's just they're gonna root for their team, and they ain't gonna let anybody else's team get rooted for.
man.
And
Well,
then
I'm glad
flip
that it's
cars.
over. Okay, and we can go and Minnesota Vikings fans. You know what we say every year?
It's always next
Maybe
year.
always next year,
Next year.
baby.
It's always next year, man. But that's the thing is like we did really good this last year. Like, no matter
did.
like our record was, well, we're
12-4
12-4 at the end of
So.
it. Yeah.
with 8 games where we came back.
Right.
Yeah.
From being
Literally,
down
every
in
season.
the fourth
oh
quarter.
My God. History-making season.
Yeah, my heart hurts from that season. That's,
Yeah.
So, and we'll see what happens next year. You know, with different moves. Hopefully, we still have like Thielen and some of the other guys.
Yeah.
But let's move into our next segment. Ethan has prepared our segment here.
Is this what we're ready for right now?
This is what we're ready for. This is our
waiting for this
flagship
one.
All right.
segment. This is like one of my favorite parts of the show because I want to see what the guest comes with.
Right.
You gotta
Okay.
warn me about this.
This
one.
is
I'm ready.
rapid
I'm
Dude,
built.
reaction.
We could talk for 30, 45 minutes, whatever, but you're not going to know a guy until you make him react rapidly.
As fast as he possibly can.
No time to
Yeah.
think.
Bring it on.
No time to juice it up.
So we're gonna count this down, and
I did one of the questions here we already kind of talked about, but I'm gonna still ask it.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
I'm gonna still
All right.
ask it.
and 3,
Some of these are yes or no. Some of these are just whatever. You know?
Okay.
2,
Got you.
1.
6 inches or 9 inches?
9.
Hot or cold?
Cold.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
If Jack helped you on the horse, would you help Jack off the horse?
Of course.
Who did you want to win, Chiefs or Eagles?
The Eagles, sadly.
Yeah. Is Rihanna pregnant?
Oh, of course.
Drums or bass?
Bass.
All right. Better host, me or Dylan?
Wait. Better.
Better host, me or Dylan?
Oh,
Rapid.
damn, man.
Rapid.
Y'all can't do me like that. I love you both equally, like my children.
All right, good answer. All right, better looks, Passe Jack or Alex Trebek?
Trebek.
Rest in peace. And if you could reincarnate into anything, what would it be?
Panda Bear, for sure. Hands down.
Wow.
Amazing. Amazing.
Round
Panda
of
Bear it is.
applause.
Dude, Panda Bears be chilling.
Panda, yeah, for real.
I don't
They
know,
be
man.
They be falling out trees and they don't even care.
They
I
dumb as
think-
hell. I don't even have to change anything.
I think that was. I think
He's
that
like,
was
"I'm
kind
already a panda bear."
I think that was kind of rapid.
It was
but
kinda,
it was
some of
pretty
them
good.
were.
It
Some
was
of them
pretty.
were
It was pretty
rapid.
good. No, it was pretty good.
I tripped him up on the best host.
There was I was interested. We almost got him.
I would
You
like
said something
almost
about a
got
bad
him.
I would
host
like
at
to go-
First. I'm like, huh?
interesting. We had some lighting technical
Well, the
difficulties.
light went out, so that's our cue.
But I'd like to go back to the Jack question, right? So you're a nice guy.
Of course.
Obviously, you like to help others, especially if they help you out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if Jack's helping you on the horse, you're obviously gonna help Jack off the horse, right?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you understood the question.
I think so.
Okay, that's
I
good.
think I do.
No, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. If I were Jack, I'd say thank you.
I'd be very thankful.
I
as
would say
well.
thank you for jacking off the horse. I mean, for helping me off.
Oh, damn. I still do it now.
But no, that was rapid reactions.
That
here.
was rapid reactions, folks. Bipolar, where can everyone find you on social medias?
Cole_Breno or on Instagram at bipolar_music. I got a TikTok as well. That's .bipolar. Or you can just honestly hit me up.
Hit him up.
Just
me up
hit him
sometime.
up.
Hit him
Let
up,
me
guys.
know. I'm out here.
Just hit him up. He's out here in the streets.
If you don't know how to hit him up, hit us up. We'll hit him up, and then he'll hit you up, and we'll
He's,
get
if
our
you
people.
see a man wearing an all green skinny suit, just running in public, that's him.
That's
That's
him.
probably me.
And you
Okay.
can just run up and just give him a whole hug,
Please.
big ol' hug.
I'm a bear, I promise. I'm
Yeah.
a big cuddly bear.
And if you want to contact us, you can email us all your questions at f3entertainment507@gmail.com. Also, Sota Show on Instagram, personal Instagrams,
Exquisite 507
and d.mo go dumb on the IGs.
on the IG.
Thank you, everyone, again. Of course, like and subscribe. And again, go check out Ascension, dropping today on all
Appreciate y'all.
platforms.
Check it out
Thank
right
you,
now.
guys.
Ascension, Bipolar. Thank you so much.
Anything you want to say to the folks before we wrap this up?
I want to say thank you guys for having me out here today, and go stream Ascension. It's out today, please.
Thanks,
y'all.
guys.
Have a
Peace.
good one, y'all.